close that door.
Okay.
3, 2.
Nah, leave it open. There's always room for more.
Hey, peace, and welcome to the Divinity Podcast. Happy New Year, everybody, 2020. I am your host, Divinity, the Pod MC. I really love the way that sounds, by the way. Now, this is a new year. We got a new episode, good energy. We ready to go in. And again, Happy New Year. Now, this is going to be a new year for me as well. I got a birthday coming up, but I got to shout out to all my Capricorns out there, Alpha and Omegas. We start the year and we finish this out like we in here. And also, a very, very special happy birthday to one of my engineers, Olivia. Happy birthday, baby. I wish you many, many more. I love you and thank you for being a part of this process with me. Y'all go follow her, live a little movement. You can follow it on the Divinity Podcast page as well. So now, let's jump into the episode. This is episode 11, okay? Second season. And it was only right that we had to redo it. Big Homie Loyalty Part 2. Now, as I said in the first season, in episode 11, he goes by many names. To most people, he might be Hulk Smash. To some people, he might be more. To me, he is, I ain't gonna tell him again.
Don't do me like that.
Big Brother More Almighty. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Man, I'm great. I got my brother in the building. We about to get this episode popping. How have you been? Talk to the people. It's been a year.
It's been a year. It's been a lot that has been going on.
Absolutely.
In that year.
Absolutely.
Good and bad.
Good and bad. But it's all challenges,
It's
all
all good.
lessons that make us grow.
Most
Always
definitely.
room for it.
Most definitely.
Now, I want to share something with the people because last year around this time, you know, we aired the episode. Grandma Annie was fortunate enough to hear it.
Yes, she was.
I dedicated episode 12 to her. Because that's good energy. Anytime you got the House of Representatives writing into you and saying what a wonderful person you are, you gotta be super dope.
Yes.
I just wanna, before we get into actually talking about loyalty, we wanna talk about loyalty. That was your grandmother all the way.
That was my heart all the way.
All the way.
All
If
the
you
way.
look up the definition loyalty, I'm pretty sure she right in there with her lottery tickets,
And her picture.
her scratch offs,
Pepsi.
and her Pepsi.
Don't forget the Pepsi. Don't forget the Pepsi.
So, transitioning into the new year, you know, this is going to be 1 year for us coming up, right?
Most definitely.
She transcended on 111. That's a divine number. That's why the 111 is in divinity. If anybody paid attention to that, it's D1V1N1. And that 111 is in there because that's the number that I keep seeing or I kept seeing.
I didn't even realize that.
See?
Wow.
You sleep. Don't believe me, just watch. Hey!
You saved that one just for this, didn't you?
Absolutely.
Wow.
So, I want to talk to you in regards to men, you know, being able to grieve. And then we're gonna get into the loyalty part because I want to know, who do loyal men go to grieve?
Well, it's different and hard for me because she was the person that I actually went to for everything.
Absolutely.
And when I say that was my heart, that was my heart. And I'm still grieving. I feel
you
like
never stop.
No. The thing for me is I feel like it could be 40 years from now, 100 years from now. I don't think I'm ever going to get over this.
Absolutely not. You know, some people say time heals the wounds. I just think it helps us.
Not in this situation.
I think
for me speaking.
The time for me personally, I think it helps us cope, but you never really heal. And, you know, piggybacking off of, you know, death and transcending, January 5th is the birthday of my grandpa Caldwell. So it was just so crazy to me that my engineer shares the same birthday. And
Dope.
It was just like everything that I've prayed for has been coming to me. So I want you to understand that because your grandmother was that for you, I want you to know that you're that for me. And you know, I don't talk a lot anymore. Like, I just keep a lot of things to myself. But when it really bothers me, you know I hit your line. Like, yo, bro, what you think about this? Because this sounds real foo-foo to me. Okay? So...
And one thing about that, you know, I don't even care. I'm going to keep it rolling.
Absolutely. Let me tell y'all, first of all, I told y'all last season he was a bully. Now out that he's like ghost, like
In
real,
my,
like
in my box.
no, you
In
too
my
big
box.
for a box. What? What? That as soon as you flex, that gonna rip like. But I just wanted to ask you that question because I want to make sure that men know that it's okay to grieve. That it's okay to express your feelings because a lot of the times people feel like they have to be loyal to themselves by being loyal to what was taught to them. And oftentimes little boys, especially black boys, are taught to not cry. They're taught to suck it up. There's no emotion. And then people wonder why when they grow up, they can't be with a woman because they don't know how to express their feelings and they don't know how to really, really express that or show any emotion because they've been taught to hide it all their lives.
Facts. But one thing I've learned with this situation and what her passing is that I've always been that way. I never really cry. I never show emotion. I never show emotion. I've always been this, what society says the typical male
should not be.
You're
an anomaly.
Yeah, but
I keep telling you that.
This with her passing showed me
weirdo.
that I'm with her passing showed me that I was actually normal.
Yes, absolutely.
Because not only did I cry,
it just knocked you off.
It just took. I felt like
the rug was just swept from under you.
I felt like everything, and you talking about a man with 4 kids. Mm-hmm. 4 kids.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to them. Hey, sis. Hey. Hey, twins. Hey, other sex.
You talking about a lot of things to live for, and I just didn't even want to live anymore. I really didn't.
You got a college student. Good luck.
And two more on the way
and
next year.
And 2 more on the way.
Next year.
Oh, my God.
I just felt like my whole world was just turned upside down.
Absolutely.
And, even you can hear me choking up now and just talking about it. It's just...
Let them hear.
I still, it's been it'll be a year on the 11th, and I feel like it happened yesterday.
Yup.
Nothing has been the same since then. Nothing. I mean, I can't even... When I go down to the house, it's not the same.
Right.
Our family is not the same.
Right.
It's just, that was the rock.
That was the rock.
That was the rock.
That was the glue that held
everything
it
together. Yep. She kept, you people in your family don't talk to each other. She made, even because of her. What's the question?
How does glue not stick to the bottle it comes in?
How does glue
not stick to the bottle it comes in?
Are you talking about the glue bottle?
The actual glue. Like when you go to use glue and you squeeze it and it comes out, why is it not sticking to the bottle?
You want my...
I
Thank
hear
you.
I hear
Appreciate that. You want...
Okay, no,
so you know how I do stuff.
I know,
you want the mall answer or you want the...
No, we got to cut it short because we on the radio.
Because we'll be here all day.
We on the air, but
okay.
That was just something. That was a question that was asked to me, and I was looking like, oh.
My suggestion is, now don't laugh, but my suggestion is, how I get down.
So Grandma Annie was the oxygen.
Grandma Annie was the oxygen, the bottle, the glue. She was everything, and then everybody else came after.
So now oxygen is what?
Oxygen is I'm supposed to be the oxygen now and keep everybody together, but it's so...
And what happens when you breathe into something? You give it what?
You give it life. But
let me take my
let me tell you.
We can't. We're not in Pop's backyard. Hey, Pop.
What's up, Pop?
Mommy said hi. By the way.
I told Moms this right after. I feel like her shoes were too big for me to even fill and try to do that. Like nobody can fulfill those shoes.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this to you. It's not for you to fill the shoes. It's there for you.
It's for us.
Listen. It's just like when Jordan keep remaking the same freaking shoe all over again, and you keep buying into it, and you go, yes, that's why I said that. You go buy into it. Your grandmother left her shoe, and it wasn't for you to fit into it because we're all different sizes. It was just for you to get the view of it, see what you like. Maybe you like that shoe, and then she might have taught you how to tie it this way, but you could have tied it a different way. So the shoe is always there. The print is always there. The life is always there. To be absent from the body is to be present in the spirit. Nice. So energy never dies.
Never.
And once you breathe that life, once she breathed that life into you, she raised you to continue and carry the torch.
Most definitely. I always
and
understand that.
On the other hand, don't be so loyal that you feel like you gotta bear the whole burden.
No.
You understand what I'm saying?
Not at all.
You don't be so that you bear the whole burden. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to touch base on that, and we're going to get into what society calls loyalty, but I want you to understand too that you do have people here. I know sis is there too. I know look sis, it's okay. Listen, we going to the spa because I know he driving you crazy.
I'm about to say, I know I get on her nerves every day.
But she loves it. And I'm happy that she's there too. You know,
I'm ecstatic.
I'm happy that she's there to be that for you. And I know I was getting on your nerves, but it was just to make sure that you were okay. And when I tell you to keep doing the things that's why I kept asking, Maul, you did your push-ups? Maul, you been in the gym?
But let me say, I appreciate everybody. With that time, everybody was getting on my nerves. I'm not.
You babysitting.
I'm not. I'm done. It's already empty.
Oh, can we get a refill? Can we get a refill?
During that time, I don't want you to feel like everybody was getting on my nerves because I wasn't used to that. You know what I'm saying? As long as I've been living on this earth, I've always had my grandma.
Hey, Key.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I've never.
She got the key to life.
Shout out to Key for bringing that in here.
Hey, my other engineer, sexy thing, you.
I've never, not been on this earth without my grandma. You understand what I'm saying? So it was very, very hard. It wasn't just you. I want you to understand that everybody was getting on my nerves because I knew that.
But I didn't care if I was getting on your nerves.
I
was just wanted to make sure because I know you and I know that you've been so strong for everybody else that I wanted you to know that it's okay for a man's man because that's what you are, a man's man.
Appreciate that.
As weird as you are, you are a man's man, and you get up, you do what you're supposed to do for your household. You make sure your household is straight first, and then you get to play and you get to do whatever. Hey, Pop, that's you too, Alpha Dog.
Shout out to Woo.
Alpha Dog. Can you woo? But I want, if anybody takes anything away from this, especially men, I want you to understand that it's okay to grieve. It's okay to love. It's okay to feel. It's okay to be. Nobody's going to judge you, and even if they are judging you, I would tell them to go look in the mirror themselves because 10 times likely they don't even have their stuff together, and they're probably cowering and crying somewhere too.
I'm just, the thing for me is that, I'm not a very religious person, but I know God doesn't make mistakes. But I think it was
We're spiritual.
I think it was more so for me knowing that I'm never ever going to be able to hear her voice or see her face again. That just hurt the most. You understand what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question, because my grandparents, they come to me in my dreams a lot. My grandmother tends to come like if something's wrong with me. Like the last time I saw her, she was pointing to my right cheek and I had to get that tooth pulled. It was crazy. But my grandfather, like both of them, they just come and they sit and they chill and they talk. And when I awake, it's like it really is like I really be feeling like, whoa. To the point, like my dreams are so vivid now to the point where like if something's happening to me in the dream, I wake up from it and I'm like, oh snap. Like one time I had a dream somebody was throwing knives at me, and when I awakened from the dream, I could feel the burning. I could feel the burning. So it was just like, for me, don't say that you can't hear it, because you can. You just have to first of all be able to get over whatever it is you're getting over, and then it'll come to you, and she'll come to you. And it's like subtle things.
It's been a year, and I haven't had any dreams about her, but a lot of weird shit has been happening. Right. Excuse my language, but a lot of weird shit has been. Yeah. Like I have her obituary. I have her obituary hanging in our bedroom.
In my car.
And it was crazy. My man told me the other day, he was looking at the obituary. He was like, you and your family don't do nothing normal. He said that big ass obituary. It's like a book.
Right. But I read through that whole thing.
She was a wonderful woman.
And I still have the little card in my car.
I appreciate that. She's a wonderful woman, and that's how we had to do it. Mm-hmm. But I have the obituary hanging up, and like I have it's a dresser, my long dresser with a mirror. Mm-hmm. It's hanging in a mirror. So one day I was in the room. I was in the room getting dressed for work. Mm-hmm. So, and that thing's been hanging there since she passed. Ooh. And I was getting dressed for work one day, and it just fell. So, and the sister tell you I was bugging out. I was like, all right, Grandma, you ready to be moved? I'll move you from there. Don't worry
Okay.
about it. You ain't got to jump down from there. I'll move you from there. So she looked around and was like, who you talking to? I was like,
Don't
Grandma.
worry about it.
I'm like, Grandma.
Yep.
She said she didn't jump down. She don't want to be up there no more.
She don't want to be
so
up
I moved it. I have a little shelf above our bed. So I put it up there with the candles and stuff. I put it up there. So I haven't had a dream about her yet, but little stuff like that has been happening time after time.
Oh, and that's just the energy's way of letting you know, like I'm coming to talk to you, but be prepared because I can't stay long.
And the funny part is, like, I go visit her grave maybe 3 to 4 times a month.
That's dope.
But every time I go, I bring a Pepsi.
Ah!
And I sit a Pepsi there.
Bring some scratch-offs. That's what she's saying. She want her scratch-offs.
I bring a Pepsi and I leave a Pepsi there every time. And my mother always texts me when they go. She be like, you left that Pepsi. You know
Absolutely.
I did. It's only me.
Absolutely.
It's only me. Everybody bring flowers. I bring a Pepsi.
When you go.
And when I go, it's crazy because when I go, when I get there, no matter if I'm by myself or I've been by myself a couple times, but usually I try to go with someone.
Yeah.
I can't speak when I'm there.
Because you're not supposed to. You're just
Sis
listening.
went with me last time.
You're supposed
that
to
was the
just
first
listen.
time she went.
Because that's her way of
Yes.
cursing you out. Like, why
Yes,
you
it
got
is.
these kids
Yes,
out?
it is. Yes, it is. I know she be cursing me out. But sis went with me last time, so when we was there, when we stood over the grave, I just was looking. She was like, you don't say nothing when you get here? And I was like, I had to text her. She was next to me. I said, it's for some reason when I get here, I just can't talk. I just start breaking down and crying.
Okay, so maybe you'll listen to me because I told somebody else to do something on an anniversary 7-11, but I'm not going to say any names. I'm not going to say any names.
You put people on blast now. That
But-
must be.
But when you go, because I know you're gonna go on 111.
I'm definitely
Not
gonna
only
go
are
on
you gonna
111.
bring that Pepsi.
Most definitely.
You're gonna bring the scratch off.
I think I'm gonna take a scratch off.
You're gonna bring
but
the scratch.
why I don't want to really, why I really
No.
don't want to take a scratch off
because
when
you
I
think somebody's gonna pick
no,
it
I
up.
don't think I know somebody's gonna pick it up because when I take the Pepsi, it only lasts a couple weeks and then somebody moves it.
It's
takes
okay.
It.
It's
I'll be
okay,
damned
but-
if I take a scratch off and it's a winner and
but
somebody
see,
take
that's
that.
why you gotta let me finish. That's why I told y'all
Okay.
he a bully.
Okay, I'm not a bully.
That's why I
Come
told
on.
you a bully. You
Let
don't
me
even
drink this
you ain't
drink.
even let me finish. When you go on 111, right? Divinity. When you go on 111, you're gonna buy her favorite scratch off. You're gonna bring her Pepsi and her scratch offs. And even if you can't say anything, you're just gonna sit and you're gonna scratch it yourself. And I guarantee you're gonna be a winner.
Facts.
I speak life into things.
Facts.
I'm the God body, you heard? Divinity Pod MC. So, okay, let's move on.
All right, let's get it.
Let's talk about loyalty. I know there's no such thing, but that's what's hot in the streets right now. Loyalty head.
It's a such thing. It's
Yes.
just that people don't understand, what it is.
No, like, you know what I'm talking about when they go,
I know what
is
you're
he
talking
rich?
about.
No, he rich. Well, you know Eddie. Eddie.
Ed and Eddie?
It makes it real.
Yeah.
Like, for real?
Yeah.
Like, word.
Word.
So, we didn't really get to touch on it last time because we was just wilding last
Let me
episode.
tell y'all.
We was lit.
Nah, I ain't gonna say. Let me tell you what was wrong.
No,
So,
you ain't.
Let me tell them.
We
what
gonna
was
get. We gonna get right.
wrong. Can I tell them you got me
Oh.
drunk last episode? That's why we was like that.
Wait, I got you. Oh, come on.
We was drunk, like,
All right, I'm gonna eat that because it's my show.
even though,
I got him drunk.
and
He
we
got
was
me
just all over the place.
First of all,
even though it was the
but
highly
you brought the
rated
big-
show.
But you
I
boy,
ain't gonna throw
that
that
is
out
my
there.
highest rated show.
I ain't gonna throw that out there.
Because you like to share and everybody know who you are. And you can't do that for every other episode.
Hey man, I can't listen.
We ain't gonna argue like we normally do. We
I'm
ain't
in
in
my
the
box.
backyard.
I'm in my box.
What box? It's broke. Your head big as hell. You ain't gonna fit in that box. But what I feel like people that scream loyalty, right? They're not their own definition. And I feel like they hop from friendship to friendship to friendship.
Facts.
They hop from relationship.
Definitely facts.
And it's just like, for me, our generation, and when I say ours, you and me, I feel like we come from a generation of people who, well, Let me reverse that because we know some people.
Wait, when you say generation, you talk about our age group.
Our
That's what you
age
talk
group.
about. Okay,
Our
so
age group. But
what's our age group to you? Let me ask you.
I'm not putting that out there.
No,
I'm 21.
I mean, okay, we both 21.
21.
So we both 21. That's cool. So from 21 to
21,
what?
21. And I'm going to be turning 21 on the 18th. If anybody want to cash at me some gifts, I'll put the link in the bio.
I mean, that's not fair. You done told them already. I got kids in college and more kids coming to college.
No, see, what had happened was the kid in college buying us the alcohol. That's the adult. So
but I understand what you're saying, but let me...
Our background, our upbringing.
Okay.
Loyalty is different. Like when you look at your grandfather.
My grandfather, let me tell you.
Woo!
I love my grandfather to death.
What?
But
He clapped the hands, it's on.
Yeah, I clapped my... This man... First, let me start by saying this was my father figure. It's the only man I knew in my life growing up. I never met my father. That's a whole other episode.
We getting into that. Don't worry.
Met my father. He a clown, but never met my father. I found him, but that's a whole nother episode. But I got a beautiful sister out of this situation. But I mean, that's another episode of the day.
We here.
But my grandfather, God bless him. Let me tell you, he very good man. Like all of us, man. A lot of flaws, but he took care of home.
We all have flaws.
But
he always made sure
he did
home
what he
was
was supposed to do, and that was my father figure. And fast forward to today with him, with him and my grandmother was married almost 60 years.
Absolutely. That's unheard of nowadays.
That's dope. It's definitely not unheard of.
People ain't even lasting a year.
Almost 60 years they've been married.
Well, they ain't even lasted 6 months, but...
But that is the true definition of loyalty. My grandmother, God bless her soul, to me probably was you say I'm the most loyal person you ever met. My grandmother. From next
to my well, see, in order, that's hard. Cause Dad is like,
yeah. Cause
he is like weird with it because he be like, you want alpha dog, or you want woo from the street? You want father, or you want woo from the street?
But the crazy thing is...
But my sister is too.
Yes, almost
Danny.
Shout out to Danny.
Woo.
Shout out to Danny. Love you, baby.
Love you.
You always tell me all the time that I'm one of the most loyal men you know. But my grandmother, without even telling you all the shit she had to put up with Grandpa, love him to death, but she's the most loyal person I've ever seen in my life. Another whole episode. We're going to do another episode. Because I have questions. You giving me another episode.
Yes, I am.
You giving me another episode.
You heard it here, bully. You heard it here. The bully said, I'm giving him another episode.
And I mean, I think that's why I was basically raised and why I am the way I am. Because grandma, man, I tell you, she dealt, and like women that era, have dealt with, I'm talking about outside kids, stuff like that. That generation is different. We're never going to see that again.
No.
We're never ever going to see that. Married 50-something years. We're never going to see that again.
Can we save that for another episode?
Yeah,
because I got a whole, once my mind get the...
And you know me, once we start talking, we'll be here.
We go...
And I'm missing a playoff game for you, so I love you.
That's all right.
I love you.
That's all right. You just taking a symbolic knee
yes,
for
Kaepernick.
That's all that is.
I am.
So when we say loyalty, it's like... It's hard for me to discuss this topic because I'm always going to be the villain in somebody's book, right? I can't be right for everybody. They either gonna mess with me, they either gonna love me, or they gonna hate me. And you're gonna be the villain in somebody's story. And I'm pretty sure the common factor that we have. I'm pretty sure I'm the villain, and it's okay.
Yes, it's fine though.
And for me, I have this thing where I wish no one any ill will. I wish them always the best, but you can't sit with me no more. And it's like, for me, it's like, oh, that's disloyalty. No, it's not, because first of all, I have to love myself and I have to be loyal to myself. And if another thing people like to do is remind you of who you used to be. And you grow. And people always say, oh, nobody changes, but I've changed. And I'm a whole different person, whole 360, and people will tell you.
Yes.
So,
but let me, not to cut you off, but let me
go
start.
ahead. Please cut me off.
With you saying that everybody changes.
Yes.
But I always say it's either
at their own time.
Not only that, but I always say either you're going to change or you're either going to change or change is going to be forced upon you. Everybody is never going to stay the same.
No.
Either you're going to change.
Life will change you too.
Or you're going to be forced.
You better
it's
believe.
It's going to be forced upon you.
Life will change you.
And trust me, if I was the same guy that I was 15 years ago, I wouldn't be sitting here doing this show with you.
Absolutely not.
If
I was the same from 15 years ago, I don't even think I'd be doing the show at all.
I wouldn't be the same husband I am.
You know
the
what?
Father.
Wait, no, let me take that
friend.
back. Because you forget that I was doing radio and I was a whole loose ass motherfucker.
Yes, but you wouldn't be the same person. You've
Right.
had stuff going on in your life that changed you. Exactly.
But if I were the same, if I were to do this thing, I feel like I would have conformed with the world by now. Meaning everybody want to talk about who Offset and Cardi B, what house they get and what cars they get. You know what I mean? And then shout out to them because that's dope to me. Like you could make a living being yourself. That's dope as hell to me.
That's dope.
I think Cardi B is so dope in the fact that she's been loyal to her. Look at that.
See,
go ahead, Pod MC.
There you go.
Loyal to herself and who she really is. Granted, she fixed her teeth. I ain't mad at that. You're supposed to do that.
She fixed a lot of things, but we're going to leave that alone.
Right. But she's always been the, you know what I mean? So.
But I got a lot of flack for this. I don't really get down with her like that.
I know, no, and that's fine. That's not your thing. But I respect.
But I respect her hustle.
There
and her
you
grind.
go.
I respect.
Absolutely, and
now,
that's where I was getting to.
The shit she portrays for us, as people, I don't consider, and I don't like. But I respect her hustle and her grind.
Well, that's a whole nother episode too, because a
way.
lot of the Latinas want to disown their blackness.
I don't know.
And
why,
I'm just going to say this, like when people have mixed children, they always go, oh, I want a mixed baby because they're going to have better features. They're going to have good hair. But forgetting that the common denominator in that mixture is black first, okay? Everything starts with black. So
we had this argument in the car. So
we're supposed to be talking about loyalty.
Okay,
I'm loyal to the black people, pro-black
I'm
to
loyal
the
to
death
everybody.
of me.
We as people.
Look at her putting up the face.
We gotta stop that though, because we as people, we should all be loyal to each other.
Absolutely.
People.
And I say this,
because
it's always black first. And then
always.
We'll discuss all that other stuff another time. But it's always black first, okay?
I agree. But we have to be loyal to everyone though.
Yes.
Because our commander-in-chief is splitting us apart. You understand what I'm saying?
Who Dorito face?
I don't say his name. I call him commander-in-chief.
That's Orange Man.
Yeah, I don't. I can't.
He's an orange man.
I voted for someone else, but I mean,
he's just 45.
I don't even call him that. I call him Commander in Chief and the dummy. Like that's what it's either or. But I'm trying to be nice, so I'm gonna call him Commander in Chief.
You know something? I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna get back to the subject. But what I do respect about Trump is that he doesn't hide who he is.
That's the only thing I respect about
him. And I can move accordingly, because once you tell me who you are, I see it. You got to watch out for the people that's pretending, the liberals and
snakes.
And yes.
Don't get it twisted. A lot of people don't get it. Listen, we gonna,
because people get mad at me when I tell them. As much as I love the swag of Barack Obama, I always say, well, what did he do for us?
Yeah,
that's a whole nother show.
I'm not even drunk enough because I was about to curse you out. But I'm just gonna leave that one alone.
What was you gonna curse me out for?
Don't come on, don't do that.
What?
And it has nothing to do with him being black. He did a lot, but we're not gonna get into that.
What did he do, Mo?
No. We're gonna say that for another show.
Mo, what did he do?
Because I was just about to choke you just now.
Those same, aside from the Affordable Care Act and getting what's his name, Osama bin Laden.
That's a big thing.
What
and Obamacare. A lot of these jokers that didn't have. Yes, I know what it is. A lot of these jokers. You know how much. Listen, I work in healthcare, so you know I'm about to hit you with it.
I know
you know how many people walking around with no insurance.
Like to credit Trump. I know people like to credit Trump with the whole raising the unemployment rate, but no, that stuff started inclining.
It was exactly
when after Bush, Barack Obama came in there and it started raising.
But let me, I work in healthcare, so I'm gonna hit you with this. Don't do that. Wait, hold on. You know how many people was walking around?
How many presidents has it been?
That too, but you know how many people was walking around with no health care?
Well, you know why he
did that? And
you
do know that when
because if you don't have health care, what happens?
Let's not get into that first. First, let me explain this to you first. Okay. With me working out, and you basically in healthcare too.
I work in healthcare
exactly. When someone with no health care comes to the emergency room with no type of insurance or anything, and they be seen, who pays for that? Us. Exactly. So that he helped a lot with that.
Absolutely.
People don't. A lot of people don't understand.
No, and I'm not
like,
saying that he didn't do anything. But when I say what did he do for us?
But
as
okay.
and not us as in
I'm gonna
America.
say this to you because everybody always has that same attitude. Everybody wanted him to just do for black people. Like
No. Yes and no.
Yes and no. But don't get me twisted. Don't get it twisted. Listen to this. When he took office, it was so fucked up already. He had to clean up a lot of shit that was already.
There's no reason why you're the president and people like George Zimmerman is still walking around. There's no reason why you're the president and you got and you have daughters who look like me. You have daughters who look like you, and they walking around in fear for their life because a police could just kill them and get away with it.
So when he's the president, and you still have
you have to make people accountable.
Republicans who have the Senate. Who have the
House.
House.
Let's just say what
when
it is.
he was president, they had the Senate and the House.
Off tangent.
Yeah, come on, we gotta get on.
This a whole nother show.
Yeah, go back to because you bugging.
This
right
way
now.
above. But anyway,
it's above my pay grade. Too.
Listen,
but
so
you bugging.
Give me your definition of loyalty before we get out of here.
I gave it to you last time.
I know, but
it hasn't changed.
Give it to them again.
It hasn't
They
changed.
might not listen to season 1. I think season 2 is my best season.
I agree.
I've grown since then. Challenges make you different.
I don't want. You know what? I'm not gonna give you the definition, but I want to say this. This is what I want to say. A lot of people get misconstrued with the difference between the difference between being loyal. A lot of people think loyalty and being loyal is connected with being a fool.
Woo!
This is my opinion. This is my opinion.
You cut the lights on?
This is my opinion. I can't speak for nobody else, but my definition of loyalty, I'm sure, is different from your definition of loyalty.
It's very similar.
Everybody else is similar, but I mean, it's not exactly 100% the same. Like, everybody has a little twist to it. But my thing is, with me, I'm a weirdo. I'm different. I'm never gonna do anything that's gonna compromise my loyalty. What I think is loyalty,
right?
And what
my integrity.
And my integrity, exactly. I was next. Thank you for speaking before me.
And Booby, I know you know the definition of that.
But that for me.
And that's doing the right thing when nobody's looking, by the way.
Most definitely. And that for me, the way I've been doing things, I've been on this earth 36 years, and so far it's worked for me, and that's what I try to instill in my kids.
Was it a coincidence we both wore all black today? Okay, so piggybacking off of that, because like I tell people, loving unconditionally and being loyal does not mean being stupid.
Yes, or fool. That's why I said fool.
And for me, loyalty is different for me because when I tell you I'm loyal to you, it means that even if we're not on speaking terms or we're not good, I'm still loyal to the fact that we were something and your stuff stays with me, and I'm not mingling with people that I know don't like you or that I know is against you. So it would behoove you to listen to this episode and pick up some gems because a lot of people don't understand that just because that particular relationship ended, be it a partnership, a romantic partnership, or a friendship, a job, you still should remain loyal to the fact that that person was big enough to share their light with you, big enough to share their secrets with you. That's why I say I know I'm good in any hood, regardless whether they like me or not, because I'm always going to be me. And if you keep bringing up the old V, I'm still going to be me. Pod MC.
Listen, you know how I feel.
does this.
I'm not one to. A lot of people have to feel. They feel like if it's not reciprocated, like between us, it's not loyal.
No.
A lot of people feel like that.
Oh, but that's a whole episode.
Don't get it twisted. I talk to a lot of people. I'm cool with a lot of people that just act uncouth every day.
Absolutely. Oh, I like that word.
Every day,
uncouth.
like uncouth every day.
You can see your lip when you say it, like baloney.
And if you don't understand what that means, just look it up.
No, it's okay. They
I
got a dictionary.
I can give you the hood definition.
Give it to him.
I mean, I don't want to say the word on here, but it starts with an N. But
no, we're not gonna do that here.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to say it. Yeah, that's why I said I'm gonna stop saying it.
It's after he say, "Don't believe me, just watch."
I know a lot of people that I talk to on a day-to-day basis that, like I said, act uncouth, but I'm loyal. You understand what I'm saying? Because they haven't done anything. Look, I'm like you said, I'm one of the most loyal people you're ever gonna know.
You know what I have a problem with? People not understanding that just because you have beef with a person and that I may not necessarily have beef with.
Yeah, I don't. That's some high school shit.
That like there's no neutrality. There's no. It's like, oh, you riding the fence, you did.
But
why
is that like society tells us that?
So because, okay, for instance, so let's just say we doing this episode, and let's just say, I'm doing this episode with you because Hennessy wanted to sponsor us. Shout out to Hennessy if you want to sponsor us. My father's a big fan.
I don't like Hennessy, but shout out to Hennessy.
Alpha Dog doesn't, me and him do. But matter of fact, Uncle Nearest. Shout out to Uncle Nearest, and a quick tidbit, y'all. Please go support Uncle Nearest whiskey. This is Nearest Green was the enslaved African that gave Jack Daniels the recipe for their whiskey. And now the great niece, if I'm correct, opened a whiskey distillery and now has 3 different types of whiskeys in his name called Uncle Nearest to honor the fact that he was the originator of the Jack Daniels. Okay, give that family their reparations.
Give them a round of applause. Woo!
Shout out to them.
I didn't even know that.
But if y'all want to sponsor me, Divinity Podcast is always looking for sponsors. Somebody got to pay for this studio. Right, Chi? Look, he ain't. Look. You ain't even hear what I said. See? You messing up the sponsor money. But I just want people, like, so if Uncle Nearest is sponsoring us, but Ciroc, who's owned by Diddy, wanted us to come do a show. You think I'm supposed to stop doing the show because Uncle Nearest is sponsoring us? Like,
go get that bag.
Like, and that's where people have the mentality of, oh, you gotta miss out on opportunities because of acquaintance or a friend doesn't like them.
You know why though? Because everybody's too caught up with trying to be cool.
Touché.
And doing what everybody else is doing.
Touché.
Like that's the problem, and it's sad because we have children coming up in this younger generation.
I got stuff that happened 3 years ago still being brought up. Like, what does that?
What do I tell you all the time? Why you care? Who cares?
Touché.
I don't care. Who cares? I'm in
Fair
my
enough.
box. What's my favorite line to you? When you tell me, you call me some days and be like, yada, I'll be like, I'm in my box. I'm in my box. I don't even care. I don't even care.
And what I always say after, like, dang, I can't wait to get
there. Always, I can't wait to get in your box. I can't wait to get like that.
I can't wait to get in that.
I had enough stuff happen to me.
I'm tired.
Me too. Grandma passing was the kicker, and it put me all. I was already halfway in the box before that, but like, that put me all the way in the box.
It's like the little minuscule shit that people go crazy and bonkers over. Mm-hmm. It's like we look at that and be like, yeah, it's not that serious.
Not at all.
But then we can't. We got to stop doing that too. Because just because it's not serious to us
exactly
doesn't mean it's not serious to them.
Exactly.
Because they experience their experiences.
Everybody's different. Everybody's different. No, God created everybody to be different. Mm-hmm. No one person.
Nobody has the same fingerprints.
Even twins are not the same.
Speaking of fingerprints, don't believe me, just watch. I chose that song for you because you used to piss me off.
I know I did. I used to love that song, especially the remix with T.I.
Hey, T.
I'm gonna put it on in the car when we get in the car.
Damn. Everybody married. Yo, you want to hear some crazy shit? Mac Wilds is having a baby.
Oh, really?
Hennessy. Like, how that happened? He was supposed to wait for me to come in the game. I
haven't heard nothing from this dude in a long time.
So. I know, but he doing things.
That's what's up.
Clearly, he doing real. He doing good. Shout out to Mac Wilds. Hey, but yeah. So this is. What do you want to say before we
wrap it up? Because we've been talking for a long time.
I know, and
we
it
can
feels
go
good to
even
be
too
home.
much.
We home.
It's been a while.
Anything else you want to add to loyalty? How do you? This is a great question. How do you spot the characteristics of a loyal person?
I think it's easy. It just takes time.
Time does reveal everything.
Time reveals all. Time reveals all. It always shows his hand during time. Because
I need another drink.
Because you
Where
know
we going after this?
I have to. I need to be going to get in my bed, but
but we got a party to go to.
Yeah.
Can I come?
You can do whatever you want.
I got booby though.
No.
He can't come.
No.
No adults,
and
no children.
I don't want him getting sick. I really don't want you getting sick because everybody that's coming with me is sick.
Oh no, we good.
Yeah.
We got a sickie over there.
I really don't even want to go, but
I just got over it.
One thing about that is characteristics. They always show themselves. I have people that I haven't, friends that I've been friends with that I haven't seen or talked to in a long time. And when I see them now, it's still all love.
Absolutely.
You know? It's still the same. You know me. I know a lot of people. A lot of people know me. Even though I'm never like out in the open. Never around. I don't have no social media. I'm not on the internet.
2017 was 3 years ago.
Yes, it was.
Dang.
Yes, it was.
Sorry, I'm random. I was just thinking about some shit.
But I think the characteristics really never show itself until, time reveals. Like I said, time reveals everything. And me and you could be very cool 5 years ago and really tight, and something could have happened.
Yep.
And yesterday we not talking and we not tight no more.
Like sending no.
Yeah, we gonna just leave it alone. But
I'm in therapy for
yeah,
that.
That's cool. We not airing nothing out here. We good.
I'm a little
everybody's.
tipsy.
I see. We in the better
good,
place.
Though.
We good. I'm good. We got.
Shout out to Chief for the coffee.
Shout out to Chief. But I appreciate you and a lot of other people. Tell me about the loyal thing. And I still like I said.
Capricorns are loyal.
Yes.
We loyal as hell.
I agree.
Well, I'm loyal. Because I don't know about some other people, but I'm loyal. That 118 is something special. Because we right on the cuff. Like we a Capricorn, but we got that Aquarius in us, but it's more Capricorn because I'm the GOAT no matter what you say. You heard?
And that's how you got to be. Love
Absolutely.
Love
Absolutely. But that frightens people.
It shouldn't.
And it's okay. Boo!
It shouldn't.
Boo!
It shouldn't. I don't think people want loyalty now, though. I don't.
Would you say consistency is based? It's kind of
most definitely.
I like consistency.
But I don't think people want that now, though.
I do.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm tired. Like
today's society and world, everybody just follows everything. Everybody wants the easy route.
Zombies.
Everybody wants to do what everybody else is doing. Nobody wants to do what their own thing and be their own person. And I feel bad for my children's age group.
Oh God.
Because they're like,
first of all, the music
everything is just bad. But I have to have some type
imagery.
Yes, I have to have some type of hope because those are our future leaders.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying?
But see, I have hope because they have parents like us.
Exactly.
And they will be the people who stick out.
Have to be.
But
I always tell people you have to, because those are our future leaders.
Because at any day, I'm always full time, no half-time over here.
All day.
But that's a whole nother show. So.
Okay.
We gonna wrap it up?
We ain't got no choice.
We gotta wrap it up, engineer.
We have to. It's been like 4 days. Like we got.
Okay. Hey, so
we can do this all day.
I know, but this is what we do.
This is all day.
Because our job is to what?
To feed you. But you owe me. You owe me another episode
because you
told me about. Listen,
my
I feel
father's
some
the
type
only
of way.
person that got 2 episodes.
I feel some type of way because you just told me that Pops got
2 episodes in a row.
No,
16 and 17.
I'm coming here for 17.
And he's coming up.
I'm coming for 17. We're gonna do that together.
We gotta see. Oh, okay. Wait, what if it's 16 though? Because we did 16.
Well, we can do 16 and 17 together. It don't matter. I'm coming.
Listen, he coming back, y'all.
I'm coming.
He coming back.
Coming back.
We gotta tell the people that our job is to what?
To feed you. How you digest it?
That's personal.
Yes.
There we go. But as for me, and as for mine, it's Always forward.
Forward always.
Hey, you know how that go. You a bully. I'm going to tell him that too. Punish.
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 Punish. Love you, Grandma.
Love you, Grandma Annie. Yo, I hope they got that. I hope they got that.
Oh, man. Liddy.
Liddy!
Liddy.
Yo, I told y'all, you can't put us
Oh,
together.
shit. I was
Man,